All right, guys. Well, with the weather being the way it is, you may not know that it's actually fall, but it really is fall. I mean, it doesn't feel like
No, it doesn't.
But I think it's going to be turning pretty quick. We're going to check in with Chris Gilson in a few minutes. But before we get to that, we're fortunate enough to have our buddy Rick Hobson from Jericho Nursery with us today, talking fall planting.
Yeah, totally. Because you don't really think about it in the fall. You're like, everything's starting to change colors, but you don't think about the colors like pumpkin, orange. Orange is totally in the fall, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, Reesters, chili.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So you don't think about it. And New Mexico, Albuquerque specifically, Santa Fe, most of New Mexico allows for fall planting, and it's a better time to plant.
Why is it a better time to plant?
Great question, Chad. No wind, or very little.
Makes sense.
Cooler days, cooler nights. Roots grow all winter long.
Okay.
So the plant, I tell people, you plant now, you're a year ahead of next spring.
Okay.
Because that plant, that nandina and those grasses will sit there and root. They're much more forgiving if you forget to water.
Okay, good.
Which is, you know, a novice is like, oh, you're busy, life is going on, school, soccer, all that stuff. You put a plant in the ground, you forget to water it this time of year, okay. You do that in the spring, it's blowing 40 miles an hour.
Right.
Not happy.
Right.
Much better time to plant. We talked about it last time. Pansies, kale.
Is that kind of what's popular right now?
Well, the reason I bring this stuff, pansies, kale, and Dusty Miller will bloom and show color all winter.
All winter.
And we talked about pansies. Somebody calls you a pansy, you chest up. That's right. Because they are the toughest. It's funny that you get called a pansy. These things bloom through
It's actually
the
a
snow.
compliment.
It should be. That's right.
So this is are these the popular plants right about now?
You know what's difficult, Brittany, is that, yes, these bloom all the time, but because nobody knows for planting in the fall, sometimes selection isn't as good. I've got 2 trucks coming in this week. I got 100 roses coming in. Why? Because I know I'm the only guy in town that does, and they're beautiful, they're perfect. I got 50 or 60 a couple of weeks ago, sold them all.
Oh, wow.
And they're in full bloom, they're perfect.
And they'll last?
They'll go dormant, but you plant them right now,
Okay.
and by next spring, they're much
They'll come back.
happier and much better off.
Because those roots have had that time to settle in. They're
Exactly.
very strong.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so one thing I want to mention really quick on this kale, because every time we talk kale, I love kale. I love it, you know, as part of my diet. You don't eat this kale. This is just for planting and just for decoration.
Yeah, now we could do it the way Kenny does it, and he juices it because he says he can't stand this stuff.
There you go. Okay.
This is ornamental kale. It's probably edible, but it's tough and it's bitter, so it's really for pretty. But look at this thing.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's very
Yeah.
beautiful. You don't think of kale as being something that pretty.
No, and that will look like that till next March.
Wow.
And then it bolts, it blooms, and when it blooms, it's done.
That's great.
So tell us a little bit about Jericho. Where are you guys located?
Thank you.
Yes.
We are on Alameda, east to 2nd,
Okay.
101 Alameda, right on the railroad tracks, and our new location is, funny address, 6921 Pan American, really, Osuna and the freeway, back off the freeway, access from all 3 points.
Yeah.
Walls came down again, somebody gave that to me this summer because you can get there now.
Oh,
So
all right.
off of Osuna and the freeway.
Okay, great. So what other things do you guys have at Jericho? What else can they find besides right here, what's in front of us?
Lots and lots and lots of trees
Everything
and
you
shrubs.
could ever need?
I hope, you know, I have this trademarked, all your yard and garden needs. It's a
All your garden
Okay.
needs. I love it.
And I do have it trademarked, and I don't, you know, I'm not going to sue anybody. But we have pumpkins at half price, Reesters at half price, lots of trees and shrubs. New trucks coming in today and tomorrow. I hate to say it because it's so early. Christmas is up.
I don't hate to say it. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
say it.
Oh,
We love it.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Come see the Christmas stuff.
Okay.
We have a black tree with some purple ornaments. We have a peacock tree.
Fancy schmancy.
We have some fun stuff.
Wow, yeah, you do. I love it. Some of the coolest ornaments I've gotten have actually been from Jericho
They're
Nursery.
fun, yeah.
Well, for more information on Jericho Nursery, you need to get your pumpkins. You guys still have some waiting for folks?
Yep.
Fantastic. Or if you want to do early Christmas shopping, head over to Gaza.com, click on the Style tab.